You ever feel like you're doing everything right, eating clean, staying active, cutting out sugar, maybe even skipping the late-night coffee, and yet you still wake up 3, maybe even 4 times a night to use a bathroom? It's frustrating. You get in bed early, you put your phone away, you dim the lights, you try to give yourself the best chance at a good night's sleep. But still, somewhere between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m., you're up again and again. And it's not just the act of waking up. It's what happens after. You stumble to the bathroom in the dark, half asleep, half annoyed, and then by the time you crawl back into bed, your mind is awake. Now you're tossing, turning, and counting down how many hours of sleep you have left before the alarm goes off. Sound familiar? You're not alone. This is a nightly reality for millions of people. And here's the kicker. Most of us chalk it up to stress, hormones, getting older, or just one of those things. But here's a truth you might not expect. Some of the healthiest fruits, the ones you think are helping your body, might actually be quietly sabotaging your sleep. Not because they're bad. They're not. In fact, most of these fruits are packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and all kinds of good-for-you compounds. But when you eat them, and how much you eat before bedtime, can make a huge difference in how restful your night is. Tonight, we're going to explore 5 fruits that may be increasing your nighttime bathroom trips and disrupting your ability to fall into deep, restorative sleep. These aren't obscure fruits. These are ones most of us eat, thinking we're doing something healthy. So if you're struggling with interrupted sleep, if you're waking up feeling groggy, or if you're just sick of those 2 a.m. bathroom visits, this might be exactly what you need to hear. Stay with me. This is simple science. No gimmicks. Just real food, real habits, and the small changes that can give you real sleep again. Now, let me tell you about a story I came across that really stuck with me. It was on Reddit, in one of those health threads where people share the weird little things they've done that made a huge impact in their life. A man, probably in his 70s, with the username u/seniorsleepguy74, posted a short but powerful story. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here, "I've been waking up 4 to 6 times a night to go pee. I just assumed it was old age catching up with me. I'm 74. I figured this is what people mean when they say you sleep less as you get older. But here's where it got interesting. His daughter, who happens to be a registered dietitian, came to visit him, and during a casual conversation about his health, she asked him about his evening routine. Winding down, sleep habits, that sort of thing. Then she asked, "Dad, what do you usually eat after dinner?" His response? "Oh, just some fruit. I make a bowl with watermelon, cantaloupe, and sometimes strawberries. I like to eat light at night." Sounds harmless, right? Even healthy. He wasn't eating chips or cake or ice cream. He was eating fresh fruit. That's good, isn't it? But here's the thing. Each of those fruits is extremely high in water content, some over 90%. Combine that with the natural sugars and mild acidity in certain fruits, and it can act like a stealth diuretic in your body, especially when your body is trying to rest and not flush. So his daughter told him one simple thing. "Dad, try not eating watery fruits at night, especially watermelon and melon. Switch to something more neutral if you need a snack. Or better yet, stop eating a couple of hours before bed." And here's what he wrote in his post, word for word. "Within 1 week, I went from waking up 5 times a night to just once. And a couple of times, I actually slept through the night. I can't remember the last time that happened." He thought it was just old age. Turns out it was fruit. His post blew up. People started chiming in, "Wait, I eat watermelon at night too," or "I always have oranges before bed, could that be it?" Dozens of people tried the same tweak, cutting out high water fruits after dinner. And guess what? They had the same results. Not every single person, but enough that it makes you think, maybe we're overlooking something very basic, something right in front of us. Now, does this mean fruit is bad? Of course not. But timing is everything when it comes to sleep. You wouldn't drink 2 glasses of water and expect to sleep peacefully through the night, right? Well, that's basically what you're doing when you eat a large slice of watermelon or a bowl of strawberries before bed. Your body absorbs the water quickly, and your bladder doesn't care that you're cozy under the covers. It just wants you up and moving. If this is your first time here, welcome to Health and Longevity for Seniors. This is where we talk about the small shifts that lead to big results. Whether it's sleep, digestion, mental focus, or just feeling good in your body again, we focus on real solutions that you can actually use. No fluff, no crazy hacks. Just honest, human-centered health advice backed by logic, lived experience, and common sense. If you're tired of feeling tired, if you're fed up with restless nights, and if you've been wondering why your body isn't cooperating, even when you're doing all the right things, you're in the right place. We believe health isn't just about big lifestyle overhauls. Sometimes it's about the small habits, the foods we eat, the time we eat them, the things we overlook that quietly make a big difference. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's walk this journey together, one small, smart decision at a time. So let's dive into it. Here are the top 5 fruits you should think twice about eating before bed, especially if you're serious about getting deep, uninterrupted sleep. We'll also talk about what you can eat instead, so you're not going to bed hungry or making your nights worse in the name of eating healthy. And hey, if this kind of content speaks to you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Around here, we keep things real. No fluff, just practical tips that can actually change your day and night. Let's jump in. Number 1, watermelon. Watermelon is more than just a juicy summer treat. It's over 90% water, which makes it an amazing fruit for hydration during the day. But at night, eating watermelon in the evening is basically like pouring 2 big glasses of water straight into your bladder, then try and sleep through it. You might fall asleep easily, thanks to how light it feels going down. But fast forward to 2 or 3 a.m. and boom, your bladder's full. You're awake again. And what's worse, you may not just wake once. Watermelon's diuretic effect can keep triggering multiple bathroom trips all night long. So is watermelon bad? Absolutely not. But if you're dealing with nocturia, that's the fancy word for nighttime urination, save watermelon for lunch or an early afternoon snack. Your sleep will thank you. Quick tip. If you love something cold and refreshing at night, try a small handful of frozen banana slices or Greek yogurt with cinnamon. Much gentler on your system, and 0 2 a.m. wake-ups. And if this tip just helped you have an aha moment, go ahead and subscribe. That one click could save you so many nights of sleep. Number 2, pineapple. Sweet, tropical, and oh so tempting. Pineapple feels like a healthy dessert swap, right? Here's the catch. Pineapple is a natural diuretic. It encourages your kidneys to flush out water, which means more trips to the bathroom. And that's not all. Pineapple is also pretty acidic, especially when it's ripe and juicy. That acidity can irritate the lining of your bladder, making it more sensitive, more reactive, and more likely to send you that dreaded gotta-go signal, even if you don't actually need to pee that badly. So, if you're snacking on pineapple after dinner, thinking you're being healthy, you might actually be wiring your bladder to misfire all night long. Want something sweet at night without the bladder drama? Try baked apple slices with cinnamon or a spoon of unsweetened applesauce. Warm, comforting, and easy on your system. And hey, if you've ever woken up thinking, why do I feel like I drank a gallon of water before bed? Now you might know why. Hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started, and you don't want to miss the next tip. Number 3, oranges and citrus fruits. You'd think something packed with vitamin C would help you sleep better, right? Not always. Oranges, grapefruits, lemons, tangerines, all citrus fruits are highly acidic. And that acidity doesn't just sit in your stomach. It can irritate your bladder lining, leading to spasms, false urgency, or just that uncomfortable feeling that you need to go, even when you don't. Worse still, the acidity in citrus fruits can sometimes cause mild reflux when you lie down. And if you've ever had that burning sensation creep up your throat at 1 a.m., you know how awful that is. So here's the bottom line. Citrus at night equals bladder chaos plus possible acid reflux. Save your oranges and lemon water for breakfast. They're amazing in the morning, but not your friend after sunset. Nighttime craving? Go for a plain rice cake with almond butter or a low-acid fruit like blueberries. And if you're learning something new here, if your nightly orange is starting to look suspicious, do yourself a favor. Subscribe now. This channel is where we turn little-known facts into life-changing fixes. Number 4, strawberries. Let's talk about the innocent little fruit we all love, strawberries. They're light, they're sweet, they're low-cal, but they're also surprisingly sneaky at night. Strawberries contain natural acids, which can irritate the bladder. Again, we're seeing a theme here. Moderate water content, not quite watermelon level, but enough to nudge your bladder awake. And even small amounts of natural stimulants, similar to caffeine-like compounds. Now, this doesn't mean strawberries will keep you bouncing off the walls. But for people who are sensitive sleepers, even a mild stimulation combined with bladder irritation can be enough to mess up your sleep cycle. Best swap? Try a few slices of banana, which contain natural magnesium and potassium, both of which help your muscles, including your bladder, relax. And hey, if this is the first time you're hearing that strawberries can keep you up at night, imagine what other little tweaks could change your nights and days. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and stay tuned, because we're not done yet. 5, cantaloupe melon. Cantaloupe, it's refreshing, juicy, and light. Perfect for a summer evening snack, right? Not so fast. Like its cousin, watermelon. Cantaloupe is extremely hydrating, roughly 89% water. Which sounds great until you're lying in bed with a full bladder at 1:45 a.m. If you've been snacking on cantaloupe after dinner, thinking you're making a healthy choice, what you're actually doing is handing your bladder a full-time job overnight. And it's not just about how much you pee, it's about when. Cantaloupe has a sneaky pattern. You'll probably fall asleep fine. But 2 to 3 hours in, your body starts processing all that extra fluid. Suddenly, you're up, groggy, maybe frustrated, and by the time you get back to sleep, you're not fully rested. Even worse, if you already wake up once a night, cantaloupe can turn that into 2, 3, or more. Want something cooling at night without the bladder load? Try a small bowl of cottage cheese with cinnamon or half a banana with almond butter. Both are satisfying, sleep-supportive, and gentle on your body. And if you've made it this far, you're already investing in your health. So why not go one step further and subscribe? These are the small tips no one tells you, and they can seriously change how you sleep, eat, and feel. Let's be clear, fruit is not the enemy, but timing is everything. You don't need to give up your favorite fruits. Just rethink when you eat them. Here's the golden rule. Enjoy high water and high acid fruits in the first half of your day, especially if you deal with nighttime urination, light sleep, or bladder sensitivity. And for the evening, stick with these better bedtime snack options. A tablespoon of peanut butter on whole grain toast. Half a banana, magnesium equals muscle relaxation. A slice of hard cheese. Oatmeal with almond milk. Herbal teas like chamomile, but drink them at least 1 hour before bed. These low-acid, low-water, sleep-friendly foods help you feel satisfied without triggering your bladder. And remember, small tweaks equals big results. Your body doesn't need drastic changes. It needs consistency, awareness, and a little wisdom on your plate. All right, now that you know which fruits might be secretly wrecking your sleep, here's your next step. Tap that like button. Not just to support the channel, but so this video finds someone else who's been struggling with the same nighttime disruptions. You might just change their night. And if this kind of no-fluff, real-world health advice is what you've been looking for, hit subscribe, because we're just getting started. From decoding sneaky foods to fixing everyday health struggles with simple, science-backed solutions, this channel is all about helping you live better, one smart shift at a time. Thanks for watching. Rest well tonight. And I'll see you in the next one.